Hello, this is Crazy Person here to provide another commentary, this time on the second part of the first test of the Mercury Laboratories. Quick thing I want to mention, the microphone that I used in this video is not the one that I bought from Walmart that I mentioned. I ended up borrowing a headset from my friend who we later see in test 2 as 87. It worked a lot better. It's pretty funny. Anyway, so funny thing about this stage and the final stage is that when I originally came up with the idea of, let's do an obstacle course, these stages didn't exist. It was just the first one. But because the time between the time I came up with the idea of doing it and the time it actually took us to get to here to do this, I came up with 2 more stages ideas. So that's why this exists. And the main reason I want to do stage 2 is you're about to see it right after the balance pole. You're going to see the sole reason I wanted to do this. Watch. Here it comes.
He jumps, grabs the first bar.
Oh, right there. I recreate the jumping bars from Sasuke, and that's the sole reason I wanted to do this. I really didn't care that much about the rest of the stage that much. I just wanted to do that. But yeah, I really like this design overall. Yeah, maybe the time limit could have been a little shorter, but overall it was pretty good. This lone bar, it sucked really hard. The reason it sucked is just because it killed my abdomen, and it basically hurt anyone else who tried to do it with the exception. There was a couple exceptions, but it was painful. But oh god. I noticed when we were talking about stage 2 that I had written, instead of pillar path, I wrote pillared path, which is not right. That's a stupid mistake. But anyway, this run, of all of test 1, I think this is the most memorable run for me. It's got 2 reasons. Here comes number 1. Booyah! He just jumps across, and that's why I changed the executioner for test 2. And then there's this part, where the tallest person can't get up the highest part, despite the fact that short people can, and he jumps on top of it like that, and everyone got a kick out of watching this. And he actually did chip off a piece of the wooden beam, and he doesn't make it, but and then here too, it was pretty funny. But yeah, I gotta say, I mean, this was a lot of fun. A simpler time where I could, where I didn't have to keep up coming with new ideas for obstacle courses, which you will see in the versions that haven't been released yet. But funny thing is, the button that you see at the end of the stage, it wasn't the red button that I end up using in my later videos. It's 2 spongy, squishy Lego bricks that we got in orientation. So that's what we used. Just what I have. Now, if you notice, sometimes when contestants will stand there, it kind of just repeats in a loop. That's because we didn't have enough time in between. The time I started recording and the time that the person said go, so I had to do a little editing and make it look like they were just kind of standing still. It could have been better. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know, there is a video about this. This is actually number 55's second run on this stage. The reason is because the first time that he did this run, my camera ran out of batteries, and he was in the middle of the lone bar, and I was like, oh, wait, we got a problem. My batteries are dead. I wouldn't say it was really unfair about him. He had no problem doing it a second time. The reason is because nothing changed up to the lone bar the second time around. The first time around, he got penalties on the executioner and Satan's Cross just the same, almost the exact same way. So there was no difference made. It was basically just... It was almost as if I just spliced 2 different videos together. That's how accurate it could have been. 55, he's a nice guy. I really wish we can get him to do a video again. Unfortunately, just schedule conflicts. Maybe next time I record, we'll get it. But unfortunately, this is the last official video we see of him. We see him in 2 bonus videos, which have been released. And this is the only time I didn't have to do the looping in the beginning as they're waiting, because we actually waited long enough. And this one blew my mind too, what she does right here. Boom, quick swing, and there we go. And that gave me further motivation to change the executioner for test 2. And once again, she's the shortest. She has no problem getting up there. That it still boggles my mind. Oh, if you notice, look at that. There's a random guy in the back talking on his cell phone. We have gotten that a couple of times recording Mercury Laboratories, either on screen or off screen. But right before we start recording, people just kind of like walk through and be like, sometimes they notice us, sometimes they don't.
And does a nice back jump.
But looking back at this video, I definitely made some mistakes, especially with the commentary. I at least once I called Satan's Cross the Devil's Cross, which isn't true. I misspelled pillar, but still bothers me. But there were a couple of jokes in here. There was one I just said where I said that number 8 would have to drop dead, which I thought was funny. But there was one back when I was 22, was running the stage. I said it must be difficult for him going first, because I do. I'm always the one who goes first in my stages since I'm the one who designs them to make it fair. But I said he's making it look like he's doing this before, which is like, haha, I'm the one who designed it, so of course I've done it before. Testing, make sure it's safe. But yeah. So one more video. It's the final stage. Spoiler: I know what happens. See you next time.